with with the season series hanging in the balance. This third game is a crucial game for both squads, with Augusta taking the first game Friday night 10 to 5. And just a few hours ago, Georgia Southwestern coming back and ousting the Jaguars 8 to 5. Third game is crucial for both squads as Augusta comes in with a 6-9 overall record, a 2-3 Peach Belt conference record. Georgia Southwestern, with this win today, orchestrates a 5-10 record conference-wise and 1-4 overall in the Peach Belt Conference. Chase Sloan is on the bump for Augusta University. And his first pitch to the table setter for the Hurricanes, Kranick, is outside. His second pitch is down in the dirt. Tumbles down. Second ball of the at-bat. First pitch for game number 3 is about 5:05. Thank you for sticking with us. Hopefully we have the technical difficulties resolved that we experienced in the first game. This is a 3-ball and no strike count from Chase Sloan to Alex Kranick. And Kranick awaits a 4-pitch walk to start off the ball game for Sloan. And Kranick will hand the batting duties off to Alderman, who is their center fielder. Alderman with a chance to do some early damage as the catcher Brent Alford retreats back to home plate after a conference with Chase Sloan to calm him down. The positions are the same for Augusta on the defense. You've got Lanford at second, Janowski at third, Wagner in center, Zimmer in right. You have Spurley in left, DH is your Cummings, first base occupies Holmes. Hobbs is your occupant at first base. Alford taking over the catching duties earlier in game 1 for Murray, who came out about the 7th or 8th inning of the earlier ball game today. And Roberts has the shortstop position on lock. Third pitch of this at bat, to Alderman is a strike low that he swings right through and chops it foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes are the numbers on the ball and strike count. Kranick's at first with a 4-pitch walk to start off the ball game. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Blake Collins, joined a little bit later on by Taylor Lamb. And that ball by Alderman is cracked foul out to the left side of the diamond, over toward the concourse. And Sloan looks into Alford for the sign. Down. Kranick to move up into scoring position. So a costly wild pitch there by Sloan. As Alderman looks at his 2-2 delivery on the way. catches the outside corner, freezes him up. Alderman is taking a seat back at the dugout. Sloan has his first out of the afternoon, and that'll give way second and for Georgia Southwestern, Reading. He's been in situations like this last night and earlier today and has come through for the Hurricanes. Let's see if he can muster up some wind and scratch this run across for the Hurricanes as he tries to power that ball into the outfield but misses that ball completely and whiffs it air. It's an 0-1 count now with one out. That ball is foul out toward the Cars. I believe it hit the concourse area first. And Sloan now working ahead in the count. 2 strikes ahead. Delivers that pitch a little bit lower than what he initially thought he would get out of it, as that pitch settles in as a ball underneath the strike zone. Sloan now looking back. Cranick. The shadows may play a factor in the hitter's perception of where the ball is and the rotation of the ball, as the shadows have creeped up, covering the pitcher's mound. It is sun from the pitcher's mound, though, to the edge of the grass over to home plate. So it could play a factor in some of the balls you see hit and could possibly result in a few strikeouts, but we'll see as the game goes on. This way. Took a hard rip at it just late. Did Reading. Still at a 1-ball and 2-strike count. Slice to corner. Commits a little bit too far inside. Almost hits Reading. And now the count is back, knotted up at 2-all. Outfield's playing a little bit shallow. Check swing. Did he go around? The umpire says no on a high fastball. The result of that pitch is a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And got him fishing for that one as that ball was headed into the dirt, but Reading liked what he saw, offered at it, but he is sent back to the dugout with his bat between his legs. Now Sloan has 2 outs here in the first inning. Runner stranded still at second. We'll see what happens. Sloan now fires in the dirt. Beautiful stop there by Alfred, keeping the runner at bay at second. Cranick's got a pretty good sized lead at second. That's through the bullet up the middle. Cranick is around third, and he will score with the throw coming into second. So early on and very quickly, the score has changed from 0-0 to Georgia Southwestern tacking on 1 run here in the top half of the first inning. In a quick lead, and they turn the batting order over to Dakota Long, who was the catcher for the Hurricanes. And that ball shot foul over toward the net. So an early hole here for the Jags, as they have yet to come up to the plate. Dakota Long stares patiently at that ball as it delves into the dirt. Sloan back, fires, but it hits the road out by Lake Olmsted Stadium. Thank goodness a car was not traversing out in the parking lot. And his fifth pitch of the at-bat misses high. His count is now 2-2. Got Yahtzee for the first time this game on the board. 2-2-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Redding runs off at second. Lanford only play over to first. He misfires, carries away. Redding shoots over to third in the process, and an errant throw by Lanford. First errant throw this game that tends to a first and third situation for the Hurricanes. And Coach Chris Howell out to talk to his defense. Try to calm them down, figure out what they want to do on defense. You do have 2 outs here, so you've got to force at second or first. And if you're Sloan here, you want to try to keep the ball down for them to crush it into the ground. As Howell comes back, we're about ready to kick off the second. Or excuse me, we're about ready to kick off this at bat with 2 outs. And Sloan zones in on the catcher Alford, looking for the signs. He has them. Fires. Fastball belted into center over the outstretched glove of Lanford. 1 run comes across for Georgia Southwestern. Quickly, the spread for Georgia Southwestern is 2-0 here in the top half of the first inning. And Sloan, in some early trouble, cannot quite get out of it, and he's not out of the neck of the woods yet. As Barron, the shortstop, comes up.
Sloan giving up 2 runs, 0 earned, though. Defense behind him. Couple wild throws. An error occurred with 2 outs. Every run at this point will be unearned. Strike for Sloan, making his 2nd start of the season for the Jaguars. 5th appearance. And a no win-loss record. Pitch on the way, 0-1, way out in front of it. Fooled Moore, the DH number 14 for the Canes. 0-2 hole.
Ball's in the dirt. Phenomenal stop there by Alford, containing the runner at second to second, and doesn't allow him to advance any further. As that ball is stumped in the dirt. This Sloan is trying to get out of this inning, but he's dealing with a Yahtzee count. 2 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Check swing, did he go? Umpire says he went around, and that'll do it for your first inning. But the strike with 2 runs, bottom half of the first inning, you have Lanford, Janalsic, and Wagner. We'll see what the Jazz can do. Your coaches in the coaching boxes for the Jags is Josh Whitaker in his first year, anchoring the third base coaching box as well. Get back what was a pretty well-developed first inning for the Georgia Southwestern Hurricanes. But let's see if the Jazz can come roaring back, and Lanford takes a first pitch. Ball outside. It's a fastball that barely missed the outside corner. And Brown pitches to Langford, taps it over to shortstop. Errant throw by the shortstop. And Lanford reaches on that throw. A few miscues today, not just in this game, but today, that have cost Georgia Southwestern some runs and some extra men on base for the Jags. Let's see. That was the first one this game. Let's see if the Jags can capitalize on it with Cole Janalsic up. Facing Brown here is your pitcher for Georgia Southwestern. Wild fastball to start off the at-bat. Sails on him. Lanford migrates back to first with ease after the throw is committed to first. And now Brown comes sets. He delivers a high fastball. Too high for the strike zone. That is the second ball of the at-bat. Brown starting off like McElwain did in the first game, a little bit wild. To Janalsic. That ball bounced in the dirt. Ball pegs the outside corner. Straight lace fastball there. Freezes Janalsic in his cleats. And again, a throw over to first base, concerned with the speed of Lanford. He's got a 3-step lead over at first. Brown wheels and deals to Janalsic. Ball edged outside, so that is the 4th ball of the at-bat, and Cole Janalsic takes first base, moves Lanford over to second. Jags are in business here with nobody out, down by 2 in the first. Widener shows bunt this time around. Pulls it back though in time. Draws baseman in tight, playing even with the bag. First base. Lanford gets nailed with the pitch. Believe in the back. He stands at second, bent over. He's trying to shake it off as Lanford. And Lanford. And a bunt attempt shoots over towards Brown. He fields his position well with a PFP. And that is your first out of the ball game. But as you see right now, runners for the Jags move up to second and third. 2 runners within scoring position. One 90 feet away, one 180 feet away for Ty Hobbs as he steps into the dish. And that ball was relocates back towards the alleyway here in the concourse area. Brown staying sharp here. Looks to peg the outside corner, but a little bit outside. Try as he may to stay sharp. He cannot peg the corners that he's trying to be Greg Maddox like and masterfully peg. Hobbs, though, goes fishing for it and reaching for that pitch. He looks to turn on it, but instead fouls it back to Jamal Cummings in the on-deck circle. The hole if Hobbs gets on. Hobbs swings right through that one. Breaking ball that dives down the dirt. He's looking for a fastball, and now Cummings is the last hope here in the first inning for the Jaguars with 2 outs. Cummings Friday sparked the Jags with a 2-run home run to right field. All he needs here to get 2 runs is a base hit. He watches that strike fall right on the outside corner. Tries to check his swing, this Cummings, and The umpire in the field says he did check his swing and did not go. So now Cummings is looking at a 1-1 pitch, and he swings right through it. Right fielder's playing more toward the line. So is the left fielder, so you've got some gaps to play with. Change up in the dirt, but not far enough for the runners to advance. Great stop there by Long. As he kept his base beneath him, dropped down, blocked it from the ground up. It bounced back to the pitcher, didn't allow for the runs to come across. Cummings, though, bounces one to short. They got to hurry. Flip, a fire, and they got him at first base.
6-3 ground ball gets him out of the inning. We're headed to the top of 2.
Sloan faces right fielder Martin, who had a crucial 2-run bomb Friday to put the Hurricanes ahead. That was in the second inning of Friday's ball game. But he watches the first pitch sail in his eyes. Sloan nails the outside corner this time. It's a Uno count, 1-1. Ball is a wee tad too low. Second ball to 1 strike. Evens the count back up to Sloan with a changeup that breaks down in the dirt. Catches Martin fishing for it. Balls served to in the air for the first out of the second inning. And sit Sloan now. First offering he sees, though, tumbles down and in toward his feet. Second offering, middle of the plate. Patrick tries to put a charge into it, but cannot connect with the baseball. Cannot connect after giving up 2 in the first.
Both those runs unearned, though. Just a reminder. 2 errors behind Sloan in the defense. Got the ground balls he needed. 2 outs brings up third baseman number 22, Kranick, the leadoff in his first to start the ball game. Sloan goes inside pitch, ball low inside. Down by a pair.